Hello from Team Yat Dragon. This is Dizi, and of course today we're going to do a video on the deck, the Chinese flute. Now this video is going to talk about if you have inflexible hands and fingers, what do you do, and things to pay attention when choosing your deck, your flute. Okay, so this one here is a Yi key alto, Yi alto. Okay. Let me just play a bit, just to warm up and get your mood in before we actually start talking about these stuff. So basically that was a warm-up for myself, actually, trying to get ready for this video. My hat is kind of not in the right place, but anyway, there we go. So back to the topic, okay? For inflexible hands, fingers problem, issues, going over these things, especially if you have like injuries and stuff with your fingers, what do you have to pay attention to? Or if you're born with inflexible fingers, short fingers, kind of thing, what do you have to pay attention to when choosing your deck, your flute? First of all, do not choose the big ones. The super big ones, they sound very nice, but they're definitely not the right choice. Let me pick one out here. Okay, there we go. Now this is my favorite, bass G key. And as you can see, we have 7 holes right here. Okay, light, there we go. 7 holes right here. Yeah. And it's extremely hard to hold. When you put your forefinger here and you're trying to go through the notes, basically you have to really press onto this and keep going. See? It's hard to hold, okay? So if your finger is not flexible, do not choose a huge deck, okay? Those bass key stuff, avoid them first, okay? Avoid the bass key. Now, as a comparison, we got a small B flat here, soprano, okay, the very squeaky ones. Now these are also to be avoided. Now why not so big, why not so small? Okay, the small ones, the problem is, okay, you see, it's really tiny, okay? Not only that, it's very cramped up your finger, okay? You may find that it's kind of easy to go like that, but then when you try to really control it, because your finger is so closely held together like that, it's very hard. It made it even harder. So it seems easy to move around because your finger is sticking around, like sticking together. But it's actually harder to move, like when you're trying to just go like that, okay? It's not easy. And also, one thing to know is that because the diameter of the bamboo is much, much smaller, when you're trying to blow it, even for myself, I don't like blowing this deck all the time. It's hard to blow. It's hard to get the big mouth to go into the nice angle to make a nice sound. Sometimes, just for fun, you go like that and feel very, a very weird kind of sound. Not mellow, not whatever, not soft. You see a lot of sound in the center is like kind of noisy. sometimes it's just not so fun to blow. You know, the sound don't give you the feeling of very calm kind of thing. It's very much built for faster sound, higher pitch sound, but not really something that normal people can appreciate right away. And yeah, it's a different kind of skills. Okay, now these things are not easy for the fingers. If your finger is injured, it's kind of very hard to move. Okay, so what I suggest is by the alto C or D or Y, that kind of thing. Those deck are really okay size, like this Y key I started with. It's pretty good. The size is just right, and you can see I have some space between the finger, so that actually it's easier to play. Now some people will choose one of these and still think it's very hard to play because their finger is injured. For myself, I actually had this experience where I felt totally bad not being able to play my flute again. So I was moving my stuff from one place to another, and basically what I did was just overuse the finger, and the whole left hand, no, the right hand got numbed. Even typing and stuff, you know, you just feel you kind of semi-disabled, or basically, yeah, almost disabled. I cannot hold chopstick all of a sudden, and even holding a spoon, you feel the hand is shaky. Very, very scary experience. So in that state, what I did was you get one of these. Where is it? There you go. Getting these things. Now these health balls, when you shake them, there's stuff inside. Okay. So basically, what I did was take these and roll around the hand. So rolling it right now with my right hand, okay, clockwise is kind of easy. Now try counterclockwise. It's not that easy anymore. Okay, and basically what I did was I take a pair of these in my right hand and one pair on my left hand. Sometimes just one hand is fine, but you know, it's better to do two at the same time. So take two pairs. Now this one is panda. It's kind of cool. Look at that. Okay, so basically I put this below your hand, go like that and facing outward, and then you do the circle to go inward, and then reverse it. So 50 times inward, 50 times outward. And when I'm done, I basically put it up here and do again, and then put it here and do again, and then put it up here and do again. So basically it's like 3 levels of different difficulties. Now this one usually is hard to do. So basically what I do is I go like that, basically, and then, you know, just cycle all places, and then you start moving around, stuff like that. Okay, just keep moving while you do circles. And what you're doing is you're exercising your fingers while you're using your arm and stuff to move. So while you're doing that, it actually helps your brain to teach your finger to move nicely again. So that actually helps. Another thing that helps is to soak into some herbal medicine, the hot stuff. Okay, boil it up and put your hand there. But that requires some special recipe, which is hard to do. So another thing you can do is use sea salt and make a pot of sea salt, hot water. Put a bunch of sea salt in, and then put your hand in. Soak them for a while, and then you can take it out and just start to do those ball things again. And it basically helps to regenerate the strength and the flexibility of your hand. That really works. Now with these two exercises and some normal playing, it actually helps to slowly regain the flexibility and make my hand normal again. Now one thing you want to get is a soprano cheapo recorder. Now this one is not so cheap, but it's actually not expensive. This is a soprano recorder, the plastic one that you should play in school. So they are, these are the standard sweet quinoa stuff. So basically you see people play it like this. Very ugly sound. Okay. Now, what you want to do is play Chinese calming style music with it, improvised. as you can see, playing these things can be very calming. So when you play it, try to control. Basically, you don't want to go super fast. You want to control your breathing, your speed of the wind, and the strength of the wind. You see, you have the softer volume like this. You see, we go up and low, very high pitch or high volume, and then go very low, that kind of thing. When you're trying to do this kind of up and down exercise with the notes, not only that, it helps you to control and regulate your breathing and such, it also trains your mind to go up and down, and your finger naturally will also heal faster like that. So this is one little trick I used. This soprano recorder is nice, but another one that I also recommend is the nice one. This is an alto recorder, wood one. It actually gives me a more calming vibe because it's wood, first of all, and secondly, it's larger. So the sound is more tender. Not that it's so tender, but it's more mellow and peaceful to the ears, instead of more squeaky and sharp. Now this one is a step up, because the thing is bigger and requires your finger to be further apart. When my finger is not totally cured, I can barely play this. Then when I get better with the soprano, this thing comes alive. Not used to the fingering. Yeah. Well, yeah, the finger is kind of different from my soprano. They're kind of, what happened? Oh, just to show you, the sound of this alto recorder is definitely more mild, peaceful, calming. The more calming, the more peaceful, the more flowing it is, the better it is for you to teach your fingers to move with your mind. So when you're doing your recovery stuff, you know, with your fingers, trying to heal that up, you want something more peaceful, more calming, and more flowing up and down nicely. Also to help the thing to mentally, spiritually, whatever, regenerate the cycle, you make it better. And while you're playing the thing, feeling the music yourself, you actually help your hand to recover. So that's pretty nice. Well, after these, I will not suggest anyone to get the tender or bass recorder for your healing purpose, because basically they're just too large and they're way too difficult for your fingers, so not worth getting those. Now the alto is a great choice. Actually, it's a great choice for this healing stuff, because it's actually mild, mellow, soft, peaceful, and very, very nice for the ear. So actually it's quite good, and it won't annoy people in your house too. Whereas the soprano, if you don't play it well, people will be very pissed. Okay, so basically that's my little tips for those of you who have injured fingers, non-flexible hands, and stuff like that. When you want to learn the deck, the Chinese flute, We'll start by, these exercise soaking your hands and also playing the recorder. That is a super nice thing to do. Now, don't listen, don't try to follow sheet music when your hand is injured. It's definitely not a good idea because your mind is already focused on the sheet music. If your hand also need to learn from the mind how to move and stuff, it makes it double stressful for your hand and finger. So your hand and your finger cannot really rest, mentally rest for healing. You have to try to do those improvised, just play something, go peaceful, play something, go with the flow, that kind of stuff, and so that your hand can really go freestyle and move around on its own, and that's how your hand can heal faster. Okay, so thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like. Bye bye.